Small business owners are struggling to keep up with Donald Trump's erratic trade threats. The New York Times reports, quote, Trump's targeting of China has thrown millions of small businesses into turmoil. One entrepreneur told the Times, quote, it's very fine to say we're going to put these tariffs in place to bring jobs back to America, but that assumes America has the capability to make your product. That business leader, Chris Makovsky, joins us now. He's the chief executive human of Human Gear, a San Francisco-based company that makes travel and campaigning products. I love that quote.
It was a great quote.
It's a great quote, and we will get into that because I think this question of what it would actually require to bring manufacturing back to America is separate and apart from the tariff chaos that we are seeing, Chris. So first, tell us about your business, sort of how you manufacture your products, and what all of these decisions from Donald Trump mean for your business.
Yeah, so Human Gear is an 18-year-old consumer products company. We make outdoor and travel accessories. We've been sold nationwide in premier retailers like REI, The Container Store, Whole Foods, Target, and we've been in thousands of independent shops. We do all the design and development here in America, and we work with some very skilled people over in China to make these products. So I looked years ago when I was starting this company at making our products in the U.S., and the costs were just, way too high. It would have cost 3 or 4 times what I think people would have been willing to pay for those products. So we went to China. We've had some great relationships and partnerships, and it's allowed us to grow this business and I think make some of the best products in the world. These tariffs now are just, they're incredibly unhelpful. There's just inject a great amount of uncertainty into this business. It seems like this tariff policy, if you can call it that, it changes by the hour, if not the day. And so I figured I would go through the exercise and see if we could make something in America now. This is our Go Bites utensil. It's a combination fork and spoon, again, sold at REI nationwide. And I figured, okay, let's check it out. Let's see if someone could make this in America. I contacted not 1, not 2, but 6 U.S. injection molding companies. 4 never responded to me. And the other 2 spent about 2 months asking me all sorts of questions and needing all sorts of details. And eventually it petered out. And I never could even get a quote. So from where I stand, there just isn't the interest in making these products in the U.S.
Oh, my.
That actually raises a very interesting question, because I know there's been a lot of emphasis, Chris, on manufacturing. And we've allowed our manufacturing to basically go offshore. And now everybody's complaining and whining about, we want to have it made in America. Donald Trump doesn't clearly know how a car is made today. And talk about, well, we need it all made here. Well, no, you can't have it all made here for the exact reason you just laid out. The infrastructure to make it is not in place. As you noted in your quote, the capability to make the product just isn't here. So where do we turn that corner now? As an entrepreneur and business owner, as someone who's got a product that needs to be manufactured, you have to go to China to do it. And there are economic reasons for that. How do you turn the economics around so that you can, when you make that call, have someone actually manufacture the product that you want to sell?
Well, that's a very big question, and I may not be the best person. You may need to talk to an economist about how you get jobs back here. But I mean, if you look at think about all the small general stores and mom and pop shops that were across America decades ago, and there's Walmart now, and people are not willing to pay the prices for that independence. People want low prices and they want reasonable quality, and that's what they've gotten. So, I think there's possibly, could I find an injection molding company here in America to make a Go Bites Uno? Probably. But, I think we may have the capability. Certainly, we have a lot of technical expertise. I just don't think this is a focus for this country now. Mass manufacturing, labor-intensive products. We just don't focus on that. And, you'd have to talk to economists about why that is. But China's very, very good at this. And we have a long relationship with them. They make great products. They've taken my business very seriously for 18 years. And I'm not, we're small, we're a very small company, but we're sold in major retailers across America, across the world. And when I can't get a call back from a company saying, can you make this simple product? I don't know what to say. It just seems like there's not the interest, and that I have to figure out how to make it work. So we're going to make it work in China. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to raise our prices to accommodate these tariffs, like any sane economist will tell you is going to happen.
So you are planning to raise your prices. What does that mean for the consumers that either they go to your website, which I was just on your website scrolling, next time I go glamping, I know where to go, or folks that go to REI? What does that mean for the consumers?
Well, it means they're going to pay more. They're going to pay more for these products, and no one wants to hear that. No one likes that, but that's the reality. If you're going to if I import $100,000 of Go tubes into America now, it's going to cost me $20,000 more to import it. This whole policy is based, in my view, on a fallacy and a fantasy. The fallacy is that the foreign country pays for these tariffs. Wrong. I'm a U.S. citizen with a U.S. company. I'm the one paying for these tariffs. And my only recourse is to pass this on to the consumers. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's the fallacy. The fantasy is that you're going to bring these jobs back to America with these tariffs. I'm sorry, they're not coming back. It's just not. It's just not happening. And I tried my best to see if we could make this here, and there was zero interest in it. So I think it's a fallacy and a fantasy. And yeah, consumers are going to see higher prices. Every other entrepreneur I know that makes products overseas, particularly in China, is looking at a price increase right now. And so it's coming. There's a wave of price increases coming.
Chris Miksovsky, thank you very much for your time and your insight this morning.